Prepare yours. Glory is mine.
Still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. The sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get...
Well, look what the doc dug up. You're lucky they didn't notice just how thin you were under those bandages. Although, seeing someone wrapped up like that, they probably thought you had the scabbing plague. Heh? Look, laugh, but don't touch. Better keep that hood down, mind you. The living don't take kindly to seeing their future staring back at them.
Die.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
Banded like a chicken's leg, but not much meat on your bones. That may be so, but look at the flies. Ban wisdom. Flies know when a creep.
With 2 shakes of her stumpy tail, the sheep turtle...
That click. This floor plate triggered something.
You there? Come here. Hey. Hey. Get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in? Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here. Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think. Suit yourself. But we're all in the same boat here.
The Magister Guard snorts and sniffles as he sleeps. You're almost impressed that one man can make such a phlegmy racket.
Is my shift over? Are you here to relieve me? Wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy lizards? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face.
The Magister considers you, shrugs, and curls his hands into fists.
You're honest, I'll give you that. Doesn't mean I'll be let... I should have known there'd be trouble. Ha! So much for a peaceful stroll.
rubbish.
The prisoner's buoyant voice.
Oh, I'm nothing if not a...
What would he have to gain by killing me? Strange forces are at work.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work. There you are. In the meantime, you'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. No.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
No marks, no indications of a struggle.
My word. Oh, well, I'm sure a new life awaits. And if you're a
Good gods. There's been a murder here.
Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he already here?
Sing us a song, I know you can.
I forgot how to sing. I did.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
Shoot to kill.
That right?
I always knew you'd turn out rotten, then Nest. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire. As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
Here to register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
You feel glad to... You...
Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head.
There are others whose lives...
Good God! The woman, you there! Sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
By all means, do as the...
She reaches for her collar.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with...
Press.
What's happened? Long before this thing snaps into splinters. What in blazes? Something's pounding on the hull. Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and up!
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly...
No. What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks...
Oh. Yes? Shouldn't you be running or screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans.
I know that you were mortal once, but could you not have let their ignorance fall away with your flesh? I have neither lungs to drown nor stomach to poison. This ship's fate does not concern me. No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the sea floor, I will simply walk to shore. You, on the other hand, would be better placed finding a lifeboat. I dare say you would be. I believe you did. Although I was wearing the face of an elf at the time. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little sea. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands. Indeed, just as sensible as getting off a sinking... I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a rather terrible death, so...
The skeleton shrugs. The marking on the... You press your palm, it doesn't budge. The door...
Something's breaking through! Death fog. Good thing I'm immune. Still, this means trouble. That means there's still a chance.
Shut your trap, the dwarf.
Said there were...
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time to get the hell out of here. Jump.
The Magister lies on the...
Get yourself up the ladder. There's a... Wait! Find Woken! Earless bugs would sink the ship on my watch.
Let the games begin.
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary. Prepare yourself.
They who are about to triumph salute you.
I've faced worse. They smell even worse.
call.
He eyes...
Another like you don't know. Mutant in the mute.
Those Voidwall can make short bloody work of a ship. Am I the lone survivor? Seems someone, something wanted me alive. I thought the Order would get... This statue must be 1,000 years old. Wonder how much longer it will last.
Look here, Quercus. Another giant. My word, this blasted isle is teeming with them. Was that? Yes, I did see how it managed to survive. Impressive, just as you say. But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like that destroyed our forests. They are the very reason the great acorn is returning in all its wrath. What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses? You would have me use this giant for a shield? Why would I... Oh, but I see. You are a cunning devil, Quercus. Of course, if it escaped the great acorn's vile servants, it can do so again. We need only follow in its big, wide shadow and be safe. Egad! It speaks our tongue, Quercus! Hush before... What do you mean, a good time for introductions? You know full well who I am, you silly old cat. The great Salora, grandest of the... Oh, introduce myself to the giant. I shall do no such thing. You give away your trust too easily, my dear steed. No, we will have the giant march. In time, we'll see whether it deserves our confidence. Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth, post-haste. The great acorn waits for no one.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water. Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I suppose that's what passes for wit in your neck of the... bog, I should think. But wait, perhaps I spoke too soon. I recognize you now. The brave soul, the savior. I was with you on that ill-fated ship, and might well not have survived had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hole. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Now then, if there's nothing further... If you really must know, I haven't quite decided yet. I've a frightful amount of things on my mind, hence my standing here contemplating...
He sighs,
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories. Quite so.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that form... What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he's...
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the Spouse of the Sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in the grandeur that is my fate has truly. Fine. On one... For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer. One of our kind's revered mystics. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Jolly good. The undead? Like your good self, you mean? Come now, did you really think a handful of linen towels can fool me? But don't worry. I have studied the arcane arts for years, including necromancy and demonology. I do not hold the petty prejudices of common folks. In fact, I prefer the exceptional in all things. Your secret is so, now that that's settled, even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing... As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secret. Wizardry is embedded in my nature as deeply as the instincts to breathe and drink and mate. The dominion over fire suits me best, truth be told, but there is no school of magic I cannot master. Very well.
The Red Prince nods.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper form. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go.
black cat. Some would see this as an omen.
It seems we are not the only ones taking on strays.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity.
What? How did I get... Hey, stop following me. Me? I know who I am. At least I think I do. Sometimes it feels like... No, I know who I am. Who are you? A head? No, not here. You won't be able to... Won't be...
The cat shakes its head, as if trying to wake up from a deep...
Huh? Yeah, fine. I'm fine. I'm not sure.
The cat opens his mouth as if to speak, but his eyes lose focus, and with a jerk he turns away from you.
What's this? Let's hope this is worth the digging. Wonder where this leads.
As the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank. He's still not wearing his mask. He's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its face.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to... Oh. Perhaps...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks, the skeleton relents, letting the head drop to the ground with a dab.
Damnation! That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor? Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected. It seems the human that stole my mask was rather more resourceful than I gave her credit for. I chased her here, but she rather seems to have given me the slip. Thus...
He turns back to the body, prodding at its face cautiously.
Nowhere in this world is safe. The people of this world do not take kindly to bare bone. Thus, I find myself seeking a face. A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull. I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body. I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack such a tool...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds...
Because my own was stolen from me! And the idea of being chased across Rivellon by every idiot with a torch does not appeal. I hardly need to tell you how these savages react to seeing bone. Oh, get away! Monster! Hide the children! Oh, you are simple beasts. And you simply do not like my... Well, not my kind, but those that look like me. So... if I am to traverse this land, I will need a mask to disguise my features. Oh, please. It is far too complicated. It requires more finesse than can be achieved by a rock tied to a stick, which I assume is your oeuvre. No, but once I have extracted the required material, and then I can return to finding my people, at least from this realm. As for the others... well, I suppose, circumstances being what they are, you seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would certainly be useful. Excellent. While we are conversing, perhaps you noticed, of course, the arcane arts are my little speciality. Ah, you seek a more subtle approach. How surprisingly civilized. Very well. What do you require? I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Splendid. Very well.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escape.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy Dallas.
Yes, Your Holiness.
I...
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
The lizard magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
She was a lizard, yet a magister.
These creatures are so prone to...
Come on then, Lexi. Pay up.
You.
Respect.
An intense...
Just stand the...
Lone wolves.
The thug.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one...
The intense burrow look...
Ah, get out.
The elf smile.
Follow me. There is a safe...
The man rolls...
Good work.
He stretches out one rough hand.
Suit yourself. Probably good to meet you regardless, lad. Say, you don't look all that busy. I've just got a small errand to run. Everyone needs to make a living.
The little black cat trailing you hisses at him, hair raising a ridge along its back. Without batting an eyelid, the man rumbles he shoots you a flinty look.
Lone wolves only share such information with friends.
He grins.
So, before we hit the road, survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. Dexterous arts. What are you looking for exactly? Can do.
He scans.
Right you are.
So, this is Fort Joy.
What a crumbling disaster.
As you approach...
If it would be, and if it would not be acceptable...
Fane approaches the black... You lean in.
What is it with...
Fane back...
Vara, she ain't coming back.
The old dog looks up at you but doesn't lift his greying head. The tip of his tail starts to wag.
I'm Buddy. It's no use anyway.
The dog tentatively sniffs.
You're nice. Emmy would have loved you. She was my mate for the last 7, carry the 2, plus 50. 5 years! The Magisters, they took her. I love you. Say, let me show...
The dog focuses at the cat at your feet, baring its teeth. Just as you're...
This man is a dreamer. As you know, I need a word with him. Permission indeed.
He bids the dreamer, then he falls as the Red Prince pinches the bridge of his nose in apparent irritation. You receive...
A deserve. Turns out the dreamers, though, they're on my... That's because you... Oh, I was born with the proper to keep Bahara.
You know, I can tell you all about swamp dreamers too if I chewed that much Drudanay.
Oh, do hold your prickly tongue.
A little reprieve from the din outside.
Thank you for your help with that, thug. No doubt.
The elf appears momentarily puzzled by your...
As far as I'm concerned, you are noble and just in both act. I hear of in this. Wait, before I am not. Thank you.
You're cheating! Shut! Got you! Whoever kills the other is the boss! You're cheating! Wait! I call a timeout!
I've spotted something.
Almost there.
Is it not enough that you go on then? But
Help! Help! You! Dead Walker! Tell me true. Stand you with the Source Hunters, or do you serve the tyrant Brackless Rex? Ancient history. I haven't seen a wicked yet. Please, good sir, seize the spear.
It's stuck fast.
Please, the spear.
It's stuck fast.
You think you're so fancy, flashy abracadadoodle, don't you? Fat chance. I'd wrestle death to the ground and make him scream my name for I said to... Ain't you the poet? Here, if death comes near me, I caught a blow too. Why'n't you take it?
Here you are. I wonder what keeps you. Start from the beginning. I see. Now I understand. Now tell me. Power. Power comes from strength. It is nothing.
He likes it thick and long.
Neither void can come through their door.
Perk up, old chap. There's plenty of singletons about.
Leave me be, Sam.
Please.
You talk...
Oh, for the...
Say it again. Piss off. Go on.
Well, it's the...
A flat...
She never did like you.